11 years after husband's death, Bianca Ojukwu wins legal battle over Ojukwu'S estate. Hello everyone, welcome to newsspottv. A Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja has delivered judgment in the long-drawn litigation over the management and control of some of the assets of Ojukwu Transport Limited, OTL, in favor of Ambassador Bianca Ojukwu, widow of the late Igbo leader Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, and her two children. The late Ikemba Nnewi was a director of Ojukwu Transport Limited, a family company, before he passed on in 2011. The suit ID 1539/2012 filed by Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu on behalf of the claimant, her two sons, Afemefuna and Nwachukwu, who were infants at the time, against Ojukwu Transport Limited and 7 others, brothers of the late Dim Ojukwu, their sons and property agents, before the court, was over their alleged move to take possession of their residence at number 29 Oyinkon Abayomi Drive, Ikoyi, Lagos, as well as some of the company's property in Lagos, which were under the management and control of their late father, Dim Ojukwu. The defendants in the suit filed in 2012 are Ojukwu Transport Limited, Professor Joseph Ojukwu, Engineer Emmanuel Ojukwu, Lotana Putalora Ojukwu, Dr. Patrick Ike Ojukwu, Architect Edward Ojukwu, Lota Ikajora Ojukwu, and Messrs. Mercy Udegbe, doing business under Mercy Udegbe and Company. The claimant stated that at about August 4, 2011, while their father Dim Ojukwu was sick and hospitalized in London, the 4th to 7th defendants attempted to forcefully take possession of their home at number 29 Oyinkon Abayomi Drive, formerly Queen's Drive, Ikoyi, Lagos, adding that after the death of their father and soon after the burial, the 2nd to 7th defendants went on to appoint a property agent, the 8th defendants, to take over not only their father's residence at Oyinkon Abayomi Drive, but also other property under the possession, management and control of their father, namely number 13 Oakworth Road, now known as Ojora Road, Ikoyi, number 32A Commercial Avenue, Yaba, Lagos, number 30 Gerald Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, and number 4 Macpherson Avenue, Ikoyi, Lagos. Delivering judgment on August 24th this year, the court presided over by Justice Lawal, after considering all the evidence adduced by the parties in the course of the proceedings spanning about 10 years, ruled that the claimants, being biological children of the late Dim Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, by that virtue, are entitled to the estate of their father, as well as his entitlement as a deceased director and shareholder of the first defendant. Justice Lawal stated that equity is fairness and fairness is equity, adding that as a court of equity, the court will not allow the dispossession of the claimants who are children of a foundation director of the company, while other directors are in hold and control of other property of the first defendant and deriving benefit from the same. Therefore, the claimants are entitled to possess and control what their late father possessed and controlled in the company. He ruled, saying that the fact that the first defendants allowed the family of the company to live on and derive incomes from the assets of the company all these years is a decision of the company by conduct. He noted that the second defendants, who have refused to surrender the property under his control for joint management, cannot now lead the battle of having the deceased director's children hounded out of possession of the property that were managed by their late father. The learned judge pronounced that the very act is enough to make the dead Chukwuemeka Ojukwu shiver in his grave. The counterclaim instituted by the defendants was struck out for lack of competence, as the court declared as follows: that the claimants are entitled to the possession and occupation of the property known as number 29 Oyinkon Abayomi Drive, formerly Queen's Drive, Ikoyi, Lagos, until the harmonization of the management of the assets of the first defendants. That the threat of forceful ejection of the claimant from number 29 Onyekwa Bayomi Drive by the defendant is illegal. That the claimants are also entitled to the possession of the properties known as number 13 Ojukwu'S Road, Ikoyi, number 32 Commercial Avenue, Yaba, number 30 Gerald Road, Ikoyi, and number 4 Macpherson Avenue, Ikoyi, which were some of the properties that were under the possession of the late father of the claimant from the time the properties were released from government acquisition. That the second and eighth defendants are restrained either by themselves or through their agent or privies from interfering with the claimant's possession and control of the 5 listed properties being the subject matter of the suit. Those present as the judgment was delivered included the first, fifth, and eighth defendants, with the fifth defendant a director of the first defendant representing the other defendant. So let's take some comments from Nigerians. The first commenter here says, the custom or tradition of dispossessing sons, daughters of their parents, especially fathers' inheritance by relatives, should be stopped. Another said, especially the Igbos, very prevalent with them. Another said, so Ojukwu no get property for Igbo land? Igbos can't leave Lagos alone. Yes, they keep fighting their host. How many rich Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani will accumulate wealth in Igbo land? It's only the poor ones that really want Biafra. Another said, congratulations, mommy. Can you imagine? This life no balance. Another said, these people are very funny. Everybody is mommy and no daddy. Another said, congratulations, madam, and may God continue to be your strength for standing up for your children. Another said, there is nothing like congratulations there. Where is the owner today? The woman should take part of the property and share some. Kilode, we should all remember this life is vanity on vanity. Another person said, let's even assume Igbo people eventually leave this Lagos. What do you guys think will be left? Their contribution to Lagos is higher than the Yorubas who even own the land. Do you know? Please guys, let's not always attack ourselves. The truth of the matter is that we are brothers. So let's live together in peace and harmony. Another said, but what about the children of the first wife? Are they too not entitled to benefit from their father's wealth? Is it only Bianca's children that should gain? The children of the first wife were the ones that suffered during the war with Ojukwu and even during his exile. There's God though. Another said, Ojukwu's other children can as well fight for their own rights and also go to court. Another said, please Nigerians, read this story properly and reflecting on that Igbos are fools and I'm just pitying women and children who are always victims of their greedy men. Ojukwu was a soldier and how he became billionaire, And this is the person that dragged the innocent, ignorant people to unnecessary, unwarranted, needless war in the name of marginalization. So he can be president of that nation and can be in charge of their resources and share it with his families. Now, after killing almost 3 million of innocent Igbo Nigerians with none of his families lost, he became billionaire and his generation after generations can never be poor again. And now they are fighting for what their father benefited from sacrificed millions of lives of his gullible, illiterate, ignorant people. These Igbo founding themselves almost same position by allowing another kind of selfish like Ojukwu dragging them to another difficult, dangerous situation for their selfish interest. By the time Nnamdi Kanu will be leaving prison, he will become billionaire and never talking about Biafra again. Once a fool, always a fool. Another said, Ojukwu inherited all the properties from his father, who was the first African millionaire. He came by himself, did not build any house in his lifetime. Another said, Yoruba people, they are very accommodating. What we Igbo are doing here in Yoruba land, no one can do it in our own side. Yes, I said it. Another said, Nigerians only argue about tribe. None are intelligent enough to talk about ideas. Another commenter said, how most of Igbo family strip women and their children off their father's property is absurd. Thank God I heeded to my mother's advice not to marry an Igbo man. Another said, that's the story of their lives, fighting for wealth, even of a deceased person. Another said, nobody can or is capable of driving anybody from anywhere in Nigeria. Even during the Civil War of 1967, many Igbos stayed back to continue their lives in Lagos and elsewhere in Yoruba land. All that Yoruba are saying is that don't overrun our land, respect the owners of the land, don't take over their land politically. Even Ojukwu, the patriarch, as rich as he was, never attempted to lord it over Lagosians. Another said, must you always display your genetic hatred to a people who have done nothing to you for politics? Must everyone support Tinubu? I don't get this. Another says, some family members are very, 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 very wicked. Another said, Ojukwu had many other children from other wives to benefit from their late father's estate. After all those women suffered with late Ojukwu, women should stop being selfish. Another said, please let everyone work hard and get his own property and stop fighting for family inheritance. Another said, only Dangote Cement pass all Igbo businesses and properties in Lagos. Talk less of flour, sugar, fertilizer and refineries. Still, he has never said Lagos is no man's land. Still, he has never said he built Lagos. But child traffickers, tribe and fake drug sellers will be saying rubbish. Another said, yes, the husband is the senior, but he is not claiming all the property alone. Every Igbo family knows how to share family property. Another said, what of the first son from his first marriage? Is that one not part of the sons? The sharing formula, no balance. Another person said, this woman, Kim Kardashian, version of Nigeria. Another said, now they are allowing Nnamdi Kanu's another Ojukwu kind of man to taking them to where they lost woefully for his own gains too. By the time this guy will be out of jail and he will become billionaire and never even remember anything or mentioning Biafra again. Okay, another person said, oh, this is a great news. Congratulations, madam. Another said, she, Bianca Ojukwu, is the true daughter of CC Ono. Another said, big Igbo boys can't fall for someone like you. I swear, Igbo boys have class. What does this mean? Another said, polygamy is too bad in Igbo land. Another person said, seaports and capital territory attracted Igbos to Lagos. Igbos and federal government are the major entities that developed Lagos. Another said, I just hate how people castigate other tribes here. Court ruled the case in the favor of Bianca Ojukwu, and we are here castigating ourselves. What has this case got to do with tribes and all that? Black man, please grow up and be mature for once. Another said, I don't think this battle is between Bianca and Ojukwu's brothers, but Bianca and Ojukwu's late wife, sons, Bianca Ojukwu's second wife, after the demise of his first wife. Ojukwu's first wife, senior son, is as old as Bianca, or might even senior Bianca. Okay, this is quite not clear. Somebody said, congratulations, my sister. God that fights for the widow has given you victory. Another said, Igbos are greedy people in nature. One woman or wife taking all their father Ojukwu's property in Lagos. What about his other male children before Bianca's children? Are they not entitled? Now, Peter Obi lost the presidential election and Bola Ahmed Tinubu won and sworn in as president of Nigeria. Still, the Igbos, greedy set of people, said Peter Obi won. For where? From the third position, wicked people. Call Northern State didn't vote for him. Liars who always cause war in Nigeria. Another people said Igbos delivered Lagos from becoming bush, and that's the truth. Another commenter said, despite the fact that Ojukwu's were warning Igbo traders in year 2001 to build their eastern region, it did not have anything of its own right in the east. What a scenario. Another said, God has helped the Ojukwu family. Anyone with a legal property in any part of Nigeria should be able to reside in any part of the country. Be you Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Shekiri, etc. God bless the Igbos in Nigeria. Another said, concerning the Ojukwu's, I really sympathize with all concerned. There is no equity in the outcome of the court verdict. Some Ojukwu'S are smiling home, and while others are going home mourning their losses. The same blood, Dim Ojukwu and these children got a large chunk of the enormous wealth of Louis Ojukwu, while the other half-brothers of Dim Ojukwu got little. This does not serve the cause of equity. A bad seed that will be there forever has been sown. Too bad. Who will remedy this? Equity is not justice. Indeed. Another said, this is common in Igbo land. My wife lost all her father's properties just because she is a woman. Another said, Lagos State was former capital of Nigeria. Drawn Igbos and other tribes to Lagos. Then, but because Igbos are very industrious and could afford properties of their own in the capital of their country. Another said, this property is Louis Ojukwu's property. Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu's father, the African richest man from Nnewi. Wow. Another said, Sir Louis Ojukwu built State House and GRA Enugu. He is the owner of Waeg Tower, Yaba, Lagos. Another said, so Ojukwu even get properties in Lagos. After all, this man has used Lagos to speed up their wealth creation. They are now advising we the young ones not to invest in Lagos. I pity youth that listens to their anyhow advice. Another said, the property in question belongs to late Sir Louis Ojukwu, the father of Emeka Ojukwu, the husband to Bianca. So Emeka is not the rightful owner of the property. But after the death of son Louis, then his late son Emeka, being the strongest person from the Igbo land, used the influence to dominate both his seniors and juniors, in fact all the entire family, and take control of all the property of late Sir Louis Ojukwu. But to Emeka, as a hero, supposed to divide the property with his brothers because he's not the only son of Sir Louis Ojukwu. Another commenter said, so the idea and culture of na firstborn the inherit in Igbo land has been abolished by a woman. And una go the shouts will be lion. Another said, who born Yoruba man to come accumulate properties for Igbo land? It's like going to play Real Madrid and FC Barcelona combined on their home grounds and hoping to come out with a win. Impossible. So let's just hold on with those comments. The comments are unending. But maybe let's see if we can take one more. I personally didn't like this cost thing, considering noble name of Ojukwu. I thought his brothers and co should have been sincere enough to settle whatever is the problem amicably without people hearing the sound of their voice. Yes, court has spoken. But Bianca, see that there is peace around you and your husband's brothers. What's your opinion on this? Please drop it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.